Okay, yes, we're not moving around all too much. Make sure your face is in focus with the camera, just like mine. I need to see everybody's attention on the screen. So pencils are down. We shouldn't be writing right now. The only thing that I want you to do, I'm going to give you a couple seconds. Please make sure that you have your brainstorm from yesterday in addition to your writing for today. So for today, it looks, for some reason, I don't see myself speaking. Okay. It should look like this. This is the other page. There you go. This is the other page you should have in front of you. Okay, so we should have our brainstorm from yesterday and our writing page in front of us. If you do not have the packet, because I'm already getting people messaging me, you're just going to have to do it on a piece of paper for right now. And Erica, you were absent from yesterday, and this lesson kind of transfers over from yesterday. So just try to follow along the best you can, okay? Okay, Andrew, I don't know where you went. Okay, and Jocelyn, let's keep our hands down, okay? All right, so for today, we're going to be doing our first draft for our journal entries. And we're also going to be using our graphic organizers, just like I said, from our previous lessons to draft these entries. And what I want to begin today is because we did a lot of discussion on what a journal is yesterday. So Ms. McLean or any of the other teachers, can you just call on a scholar? What is a journal?
Sure. Let's hear from Sarah.
A journal is like, hi. A journal is like something you write is. You stop.
Okay, I'm gonna call on someone else actually, just because of the background noise. Let's hear from Amanat.
A journal is like, it's something that you write and you keep key ideas of, like you write in big ideas.
Okay, you write in big ideas. What else? There's two key components for a journal. So we have, so a journal has big ideas, or otherwise known as main events. And then what's the other thing? What follows along in the journal?
What?
Jakari, I unmuted you. Jakari, because I wanted you to answer the question.
The three components for a journal is it has to be talking about something big that happened during your life.
Okay, and what else? We're still missing one important part of it.
And it has to have the date of when it happened.
It's not the day.
Who thinks they have it? Okay, Luis Vasquez.
I think in a journal you also have to have important events of your life.
Okay, so just because of time, because we do have a lot of, I want to get you guys into IP, I'm gonna just answer it for you. So yes, a lot of you said the first key component, which was the main event, right? Journals have main events, but they also talk about the emotions during that time. So we can't forget about that, okay? They also have emotions. So everybody needs to be sitting still. I kind of see, Sarah, I feel like you're getting a little distracted. I don't know who's with you, so just try to keep focused on me, okay? Yes, as I was saying, so they have main events, and it also deals with our emotions. So today we're going to be focusing on developing paragraphs, and we're going to organize these paragraphs by emotions, because again, the journal is a reflection not a recounting of events. So you're not just recounting events. It really deals with the emotions, okay? I keep repeating this over and over, so everybody should, when you go off into your groups, you know what you're writing about and thinking about. So this journal does not necessarily, like I said yesterday, have to be an exact chronological order, but it just makes the most sense to kind of to write it in that way, okay? So when we had first looked at a journal entry, we actually looked at a diary. I'm sorry, when we first began this unit, we looked at a diary from a teenager who wrote during the Dust Bowl. And then we also read another journal from a young woman who was living through the Civil War. So that was yesterday's little text that we read. So from that, we then realized that, you know, journals, they focus on this larger and more important events instead of the smaller details like diary entries do, right? And yesterday, I also gave you guys the opportunity to talk about the first day of school. It could have been kindergarten, 4th grade, whatever you decided to choose, right? And I also did the same. I did my first day on middle school. So I'm just gonna pull that up to share with you guys again, because we're going to be paying attention to the emotions. So I'm gonna share my screen with you with this one. Okay, great. And I'm just gonna set this, yeah, as full screen. So there we go. Okay, so this is what I showed you guys yesterday. On the left-hand side, and everybody should have, if you didn't yesterday, you should have completed it for homework. So all of yours are filled in as well. So on this side, we have all of the events that happened through that month for me, and then also my emotions. Okay, so to start, I want to look at my brainstorm from my previous lesson, right, which is this, and I want to look at it to identify the at least 3 emotions that I felt throughout the day. So for you, I already have my emotions bolded here. So if we can just call on a scholar, what is the first emotion you see in the first box?
Okay. What's the first emotion, Erica? Oh no, sorry. Who did I unmute? Oh, sorry. Erica.
The first emotion was nervous.
Great. Okay, and I guess we can poll call too for the second.
Emery.
The second emotion that you felt was relieved.
Okay, and the third one?
And the third one, Safwan.
The third one is overjoyed.
Great. So that was self-explanatory because they were already bolded for you. But I just want us to pay attention to the first one. After looking at my brainstorm, I realized that I could definitely write one paragraph about being nervous, because if you look, this was a common thread throughout my graphic organizer, okay? So you'll notice that I felt nervous at several points throughout the first day. And so that's what I want. I want each of our paragraphs to be focused on one main idea of an emotion. So that's why I pinpointed these 3 separate emotions, because what I want you to do now, Miss Lorton, our breakout rooms ready? Okay, so I'm not sure, but so when we go
They're
out,
ready, by the way.
did she?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, okay. So when we go out into breakout rooms, we're only going to take about 2 minutes. Because what time is it? Only going to take about yeah, like 2 minutes to just think about, go through your graphic organizer, and I want you to, maybe you can just underline it, the 3 emotions for each one. I'm sorry, the emotion for each one. Give me, let me just stop sharing my screen. Okay, so give me a thumbs up if you understand what you're doing when you go out into your breakout room. Teachers, do we have a lot of thumbs up? Because I can't really.
Nope, couple thumbs down.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat it again, okay? When you're going out into your breakout rooms, you're doing exactly what you saw while it was, my screen is still shared. So on this side, right, for the emotions, I have it bolded. So when you go out into your breakout rooms, you're quickly underlining the emotions you have in your graphic organizer. Okay, I hope everybody understands now. And Miss Lorton, you can actually just put it, yeah, you can leave it for 2 minutes and go ahead.
Okay, got it. Entering breakout rooms for 2 minutes. Oh, Miss Nan, who I forgot to assign you to your group.
It's okay.
I didn't get my group either.
1 second. So do I need to close them to bring everybody back?
No. Go to the top and you'll be able to just assign us to the room that
I see. Gotcha. Thank you.
you're welcome.
All right, thank you.
There we go.
Later.
Okay, sounds off. So raise your hand. You guys were in here before I was, and I heard us talking about other things we should not be talking about once again. So now I need people to share out. Since you guys had so much time to talk about other things, what were you supposed to be doing? Makan, you can unmute yourself because I bet he's probably the only one who knows what he was supposed to be doing.
So she said that when we get into breakout rooms to underline the feelings. But when we all got here, most of us were just talking about Roblox.
Exactly. Not what we're supposed to be doing. So, Haley, can you unmute yourself and tell me what you underlined? Oh, Haley, I think you're glitching out. Can you hear me? Yeah, it says your network is low. Okay, no worries, Haley. We're gonna hear from somebody else, okay? Jason, you can unmute yourself. Let me know.
Okay.
Okay, so the words that I underlined, I only wrote three because there wasn't that much that I did that day. So the first one was I felt scared, nervous. The second one was nervous, and the third one was happy.
Great. And is there, just like how I said that nervous was like the main one that I captured throughout like the rest of the 3, was there one that kind of, I'm sorry, I can't think of the word, that flowed through all of the 3 events that you wrote about? Which one? Which emotion?
I feel like it was nervous.
It was nervous as well. Yeah, because that was mine. Because if the way I felt too was I was nervous even for that whole week as well. So that's why that was one of my emotions happening. So we're about to go back, I think, into the main room. Makan, you can unmute yourself. I don't know if we're going, I think we're heading back in.
The words were nervous, happy, cool, excited, joy, duper happy, and the word that flowed was happy.
Okay, is everybody back? I think. Okay, if you can, I don't know if any teachers can see Jason, if you can unmute him.
Sure, I'll find him and unmute him.
Yeah, he had a good answer.
Okay, so my feelings were scared, nervous, and happy, and the one that flowed through mostly was nervous because I felt nervous because I was gonna go to a new school, and then I also got nervous because there was lots of people surrounding me, and I didn't know that many people in the school. But I did feel happy when I was able to make new friends, and my dad picked me up.
Great. Thank you, Jason. If I could give you a ticket, I would. Good job. Please make sure your girls, a lot of you, Rachel, Emery, stop playing with your hair. Just leave your hair alone. You're focusing your attention on me right now, okay? Everybody's attention is on me. Hands can be folded in your lap, okay? Okay, so going back, sorry, the sun is like in my eye. So now what I'm gonna do after I have these ideas and after you guys found your ideas, we're gonna end up turning them into paragraphs. So I'm gonna quickly show you, I'm gonna share my screen again and show you what this looks like. Yeah, okay. So share and share. Okay, and I'm just going to do from current slide. Okay, good. So over here, I already wrote my first sentence. So I actually used the same sentence that was from my brainstorming, and I wrote, more than anything else, I was so nervous for the first day of school. I used my emotion right there at the beginning, and that's something that I want to see when we're writing our topic sentence, okay? That your emotion is the first thing, one of the things mentioned in your topic sentence. And then, obviously, this is a lot. I finished writing it out, but just because of time and because I want you guys to go into start writing your own, I'm going to just quickly read it out for you. Okay. So pencils are down, you're focusing here so that when you go out into your breakout rooms, you understand what your paragraphs are your paragraphs look like. So Marion, I don't see you in the camera. There you are. Milani, thank you for sitting nicely. Ethan A, I don't see you. Okay, once again, I need all scholars' attention on me because I know there's gonna be a few people that when you go out, you're not gonna know what to do, okay? So for your paragraphs, right? Each one of your emotions are gonna be a paragraph. So my first emotion focuses on being nervous, okay? So more than anything else, I was so nervous for the first day of school. And then now I go into using transition words and a lot of detail to really make my writing interesting, okay? That is one thing we really need to work on because sometimes we're just writing simple sentences and we're not really making our writing come alive. And that's exactly what we want to do, especially within these journals, okay? So although it was a bright and sunny day, I couldn't appreciate it. The sky was a soft shade of blue, and there was a slight breeze in the air. I stepped out of my mom's car as she said, "Good luck," to me. I barely heard her, since all I could hear were the questions running through my head. What if I don't make friends? What if I don't do well in class? Will I make friends? I forced a weak smile as I shoved the door, and it banged as it closed. I took a deep breath and started walking towards the main entrance. I thought to myself, why does the school have all the buildings separated? I slowly walked forward as I started looking at all the other kids. Most were in groups and all talking, laughing, and smiling. I felt very small, like I was an alien who had just landed on planet Earth. I thought to myself, I should be at home with my friends talking and laughing, but I wasn't. I guess I was willing to give middle school a shot, even though from what I heard, it was going to be miserable. As I walked forward with the white scrunched up piece of paper that told me my classes, I tried to look like I fit in, but that was going to be hard. Okay, So can we just cold call on a person to just tell us what we're going to do when we go out in our breakout rooms?
Sure, I'm just gonna randomly call on Jasleen C.
We are well. What we're going to do is when we start, we have to write a each paragraph is going to be about. We're going to be writing paragraphs about our first day of school, and each paragraph is going to have to be about our emotion.
Great. So how many paragraphs, you can just cold call another student. How many paragraphs do we need?
Augustine. Oh, no, sorry, his name moved. Augustine,
What?
how many paragraphs?
We have to
Like,
listen.
like about
One word answer. Nope. No, wait, I'm getting the same amount of people. Ethan A, how many paragraphs?
1.
Nope. Haley, how many paragraphs?
3 paragraphs.
Great. 3 paragraphs, okay? Each one covers an emotion,
yes.
okay? So, Miss Lorton, we can break out into groups for, it's 3:25. I think 15, is that too long, 15 minutes? Or, hold on, what time does this end? Sorry.
45. That seems fine.
Yeah, okay, 15 minutes.
Alrighty, going into breakout rooms for 15 minutes.
Okay, everybody. So you should all be working on your paragraphs during this time. We called on multiple scholars to remind us on what we're working on. So one more time, I'm gonna call on a scholar to let us know what we're doing during this time. So Brenly, since you're like in my screen right now, can you tell the rest of the group what we're doing during this time? Unmute yourself.
At this time, we're probably like doing our thingies, like the charts.
Okay, so Brenly, you were not listening clearly in the main room and this room. So that's strike 2. If you get another strike, that's a dean referral. You need to be paying attention. Jason, Brenly, mute yourself. Jason, unmute.
Okay, Brenly, this is what we're doing. That we're gonna be writing our like journal, and we're gonna be writing about like our feelings, like how I had feeling scared, nervous, and happy, and we're gonna be writing down like 3 paragraphs.
Okay, Brenly, do you understand? Where are you?
Good job.
Okay. So just to reiterate one more time what Jason said, you should have 3 paragraphs. Obviously, you're not going to get to finish all 3 of those paragraphs, but you should have one strong paragraph at least, covers an emotion based on whatever day you chose to write about. Okay, I see some scholars are chatting me. I'm gonna chat you back. Everybody else, you should be working. If you have a question, just raise your hand.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Miss Lafer.
Hi, Miss Lafer.
How did you pop out of nowhere?
Okay, you're done. Thank you. I appreciate the
Hi.
highs, but we're done unmuting. Everybody mute.
Okay, you can hear me? Ari, where are you?
He could only hear in the main room.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Friendly, turn around, pencil to paper. You should be working. Makan, hold up your paper. Awesome job. Keep it up. Really like the focus from you. Friendly, put your pencils upside down. Lisa, hold up your paper. Higher. In the screen, Isa. Lower. Oh my goodness. Okay, keep going. Thank you, Jace. Looking great. Keep it up.
For Mel, we need to see your face. Yandel, I don't know if you could hear us. I messaged you. Oh.
Yusuf, paper up. Nice job. Keep it up. Right now, why don't you all message the chat with the first emotion that you are writing about so that Ms. Nanhu and I know what you're writing about. So we see that Jace is writing about being nervous. Yes?
I
Yeah.
finished.
So follow the directions of messaging the chat, the first emotion you wrote about. Yusuf is writing about being nervous.
Jason is writing about nervous. Brenly is writing about being confused. Yandel scared. Very good. Wait, what did? Okay, and Samo, that's not an emotion. That's you just saying you're going to school. How did you feel? So and Samo, still waiting to see an emotion.
Raymel, you need to spell it.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Ari, can you hear us?
I don't think she, because he is just, Ari, can you hear us? No, because she probably didn't link his phone in as well. Oh, I was calm. Okay. What are you writing? Ari, Is there anybody, you can put it in the chat if you finished your first paragraph. Okay, Jason, McCon finished all 3. McCon, make sure you're going back over your work and you have transition words, there's figurative language, it's extremely detailed. All those different things that I included in my draft are the things that I want to see in yours. Remember, what you don't finish now, you'll have to finish for homework. Jason, be careful. I think your paper might be on your keyboard.
Ms. Nanu, is there an opportunity for scholars to share out some of the
Yeah, I
paragraphs
was
that they've written?
gonna, this timer is almost down to like 4 minutes, so I was just waiting for that, and then I was gonna have them share.
That they're gonna do it? Okay, cool. Just curious.
Haley, you're finished with everything? You can just answer me back in the chat. Okay, so in about 10 seconds, I'm gonna let people who are finished share out. Okay, let's start with Makan because he was the first person. So right now, I want pencils to be down and you're tracking Makan. Okay, he's gonna, once he unmutes himself, he should come up to the screen and everybody is focusing on him. So Brenly, eyes on the screen. Ari, eyes on the screen. Good job, Yanzal. Good job, Jason. Yusuf, Haley, I think your connection. Ramal, pay attention. Okay, Makan, you can unmute yourself and go ahead.
Dear Journal, March 17th, 2020. First, my mom told me it's time for school. She told me my teacher is Miss Diaz. I was really happy and joy, but also nervous since I've heard 4th grade can be a downer. Well, I saw Miss Diaz. She looked confident. I thought, how could she be so confident when she's with new people? Just how? But the day was really funny, and she was really funny. So the next day, I found out a lot of my friends were in my class. People like Jaslene M, Safon, Ethan T, and Jace, and more people. I knew this was a new beginning.
Very good job, Makan. Very good start. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
And more, I began to fit in, and I felt cool, like one of those classic dudes. Then Miss Markwood came, and I knew that this is the best grade yet. I was so happy and joy that I couldn't stop talking about that moment. And when she left, I was about to cry.
Wow. Okay, so what I want us to do, we can all clap for Makan in our cameras. Come on. Anselmo, where are you? Okay, you need to stay in view because I'm gonna end up marking you as absent. Okay, so what I want us to do, raise your hand and tell me what is one thing Makan did really good in his writing. Let's give out some comments here. I don't see. Okay, Isa, you can unmute yourself and share.
One glow for Makan is that he was expressing himself the way like he was feeling, and then he's like happy, and then he's telling us like how he felt, and then describing how Miss Diaz was, and he was telling me how nervous he was when he heard the downers of like the hardness in 4th grade.
Very good. Okay, mute yourself. And what about a grow? What's something that he can grow on? Let me see. Jason, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, so one girl that Makan should do is that Makan should actually tell like why he cried because Miss Markowitz leaving. Something sad is that when Miss Markowitz was there, I was at home sick.
Oh, okay, yes. So good. Would anybody else like to share? Maybe oh no, we have only about 5 seconds before we go back. Haley, we're gonna try again with you, okay? You only have a few seconds. Jason, mute yourself. Haley, unmute yourself. Yeah, Haley.
It was the first.
Go ahead, Haley.
Okay. It was the first day of school.
The Wi-Fi, Haley. I'm so
I
sorry.
really missed it.
I'm sorry, Haley, because I can't really hear you properly, okay? And we're about to go back to the main room, okay? All right.
Miss Nanu, I think we're all back.
Okay, great. So I hope this was a good time and productive time for you guys. I do want to just call on one scholar to quickly just read their paper, which is Makan. He had read his in mine group. So I think that's a good way to end our lesson. And just so you know, if you did not finish this in your breakout groups, you have to complete it for homework. So if anybody sees Makan, can they?
He's unmuted.
Oh, okay, great. Makan, go ahead.
Dear Journal, March 17, 2020. First, my mom told me it's time for school. She told me my teacher is Miss Diaz. I was really happy and joy, but also nervous since I heard 4th grade can be a downer. Well, I saw Miss Diaz. She looked confident. I thought, how could she be so confident when she's with new people? Just how? But the day was really funny, and she was really funny. So the next day, I found out all my friends were in my class. People like Jaslyn M., Safwan, Ethan T., and Jace, and more. I knew this was a new beginning. And more I began to fit in. I felt like one of those classic dudes. Then Miss Markwood came, and I knew that this is the best grade yet. I was really happy and joy, and when she left, I was very sad and I cried.
Okay, thank you, Makan. That was so nice of you to share for everyone. So I hope everybody was able to hear Makan and hear how detailed he was and hear all the emotions he felt throughout the day. And that's exactly what you should be doing when you're writing your journal. So we're going, yeah, 45. Okay, so just a reminder that you need to have this completed for tomorrow because we're going to be revising and editing. So make sure that you have this And I did write down teachers for TA. The homework needs to be completed. For read aloud, you have your performance task. And I don't know if I'm missing anything else. Or if teachers just.
Are we still saying math IP?
Oh, yes. Sorry. Yes. And the math IP.
And scholars, if you have additional questions about what your homework is, you can reach out to your advisory teacher individually on Jupiter and they'll get back to you.
Okay, so we will see everyone back tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Don't forget to read.
Yes, don't forget to read.